Why do humans, unlike any other species, constantly seek meaning in life? Is it a survival mechanism, a spiritual longing, or something deeper? From ancient philosophers to modern thinkers, the search for meaning has been a central theme in human existence. But what drives this relentless quest? Why do we, as conscious beings, feel the need to find purpose in a universe that often seems indifferent to our struggles? Albert Camus argued that life has no inherent meaning. The universe is indifferent, and our search for purpose is a rebellion against this absurdity. Yet, he believed that the struggle itself, the act of seeking, is what makes life worth living. As he famously wrote, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy, finding joy in the endless climb." For Camus, the absence of meaning is not a reason to despair, but an invitation to create our own purpose, to find beauty in the struggle, and to live authentically in the face of the absurd. The very act of questioning, of seeking, is what defines us as human. It is not the answer that matters, but the courage to keep asking the question. Viktor Frankl believed that meaning is not just a luxury, but a necessity for survival. He wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." For Frankl, meaning could be found even in the darkest moments, through love, work, and the resilience of the human spirit. He saw suffering not as an obstacle to meaning, but as a potential pathway to it. In his view, the search for meaning is not a philosophical abstraction, but a deeply personal journey, unique to each individual. Frankl's insights remind us that meaning is not something we stumble upon by chance. It is something we actively create, even in the face of adversity. Friedrich Nietzsche took a different approach, suggesting that humans create meaning through their actions and struggles. His concept of amor fati, love of fate, encourages us to embrace every aspect of our lives, including the pain and challenges, as part of our purpose. Nietzsche believed that in a world without inherent meaning, we must become the authors of our own stories. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how, he wrote, echoing the idea that meaning is not given, but forged through our choices and experiences. For Nietzsche, the pursuit of meaning is not a passive act, but an active engagement with life, a willingness to confront its uncertainties and transform them into opportunities for growth. Jean-Paul Sartre, a prominent existentialist, argued that life has no predetermined meaning. Existence precedes essence, he declared, meaning that we are not born with a purpose but must create it through our actions. For Sartre, the freedom to choose is both a blessing and a burden. It is up to us to define who we are and what our lives mean, even in the face of uncertainty and despair. This radical freedom can be overwhelming, but it is also liberating. It places the responsibility for our lives squarely on our shoulders, challenging us to live authentically and take ownership of our choices. But what does this mean for us today? In a world dominated by technology, consumerism, and instant gratification, the search for meaning can feel more elusive than ever. We are constantly bombarded with distractions, from social media to endless streams of entertainment that pull us away from deeper reflection. In such a world, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Are we chasing grand achievements, or can meaning be found in the small everyday moments? A conversation with a friend, a walk in nature, or the act of creating something new? Perhaps the answer lies in the balance. Life may not come with a pre-written script, but it's in the act of writing our own story. Through our choices, relationships, and struggles that we find purpose. As Camus might say, the search itself is the meaning, and in that search we discover not just who we are, but who we can become. In modern society, the pursuit of meaning often takes on new forms. For some, it is found in career success or financial stability. For others, it is discovered through relationships, creativity, or spiritual practices. Yet the underlying question remains the same. What gives our lives significance? Is it the legacy we leave behind, the impact we have on others, or the moments of joy and connection we experience along the way? The rise of technology has added another layer of complexity to this question. On one hand, it has connected us in ways that were previously unimaginable, allowing us to share ideas and experiences across the globe. On the other hand, it has also created a sense of disconnection, as we spend more time interacting with screens than with each other. In this digital age, the search for meaning often takes place in virtual spaces, where likes and followers can become proxies for validation and purpose. But can these digital interactions truly fulfill our need for meaning, or do they leave us feeling even more empty? The philosopher Martin Heidegger warned of the dangers of technology, arguing that it can alienate us from our true essence by reducing everything to mere resources. In a world where efficiency and productivity are often prioritized over reflection and connection, it is easy to lose sight of what it means to be human. Heidegger's insights remind us that the search for meaning is not just an intellectual exercise, but a deeply existential one. It requires us to slow down, to reflect, and to engage with the world in a more meaningful way. At the same time, thinkers like Marshall McLuhan have argued that technology is an extension of human capabilities, shaping how we perceive and interact with the world. In this view, technology is not inherently good or bad, but a tool that can be used to enhance our search for meaning. The key is to use it mindfully, to ensure that it serves our deeper needs rather than distracting us from them. In the end, the search for meaning is a deeply personal journey. It is not something that can be handed to us or found in a textbook. It requires us to look inward, to confront our fears and desires, and to engage with the world in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling. As Nietzsche might say, it is not about finding the right answer, but about embracing the process of becoming who we are. So, what gives your life meaning? Is it something you've discovered, or are you still searching? And in a world that often feels chaotic and indifferent, how do you find purpose in the everyday? Perhaps the answer lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. As we navigate the complexities of life, we are constantly shaping and reshaping our sense of purpose, finding meaning in the moments that matter most to us. And in that process, we discover not just the meaning of life, but the meaning of our own lives. So, what gives your life meaning? Is it something you've discovered, or are you still searching? And in a world that often feels chaotic and indifferent, how do you find purpose in the everyday?